My dad called me a few weeks back, and my dad is going through a horrible time. His house burned down, and he just got his prostate taken out, so he no longer can sustain a erection. If you get your prostate taken out, you can no longer sustain an erection. Just discovered that about my dad. That kind of sucks. Now, he then proceeds to tell me, "You never call me." I said, "Nope." He said, "Why?" I said, "Because I don't want to. You abused me a lot in my childhood. I didn't appreciate that. Why are you hearing me out now?" I said, "I enjoy hearing the misery you go through because it fills my soul with joy that some form of karma exists in the universe, whether it be some cosmic entity or some weird jester that makes my life more enjoyable watching you suffer. It fills me with great joy to watch that." He said, "Oh, you got some evil in your heart." I said, "I sure do. 100%. My mom called me. Told me she's going through some bad stuff right now. Love talking to my mom. Beautiful woman. Appreciate her. Really do. I don't hang out with her. She's welcome over anytime, but I live very far away. It would take her a long time to drive to me. I did that on purpose. That isn't by accident. I don't want to interact with my family. Why don't I want to interact with my mom, my dad? Why do I want to do that? They abused me a lot when I was younger. As a matter of fact, the instant I was born, I was immediately abandoned and had to find them. I had to find my parents. Now I have a pretty good, pretty okay, pretty stable, pretty alright relationship with them. But not to the extent where we're, parent and child. We're like friends, acquaintances, comrades. We're co-workers. We both exist on the same block sometimes. I move a lot. That's where we're at right now. You don't have to be friends with your parents. You don't have to talk to your parents. I don't know if you know that. A lot of people have been telling me recently that I should really be friends with my dad, or I should really talk to my parents. You don't have to do that. I don't know why people think you have to do that. You don't. You actively don't. You can avoid them at all costs. You can avoid them like the bubonic plague. You can avoid them with every fiber of your being, especially if they impart upon you trauma that you're still dealing with. You don't have to reconcile. You don't have to get a good ending. You don't have to visit them at the end of their life. You can go to their funeral dressed like the Grim Reaper and just talk crap about them, about how horrible they were and about how bad they were. But everybody deserves redemption and retribution. They sure do. I agree. And if they're willing to work through and understand and own up to their mistakes, no problem. I understand that being a parent is hard. I understand that they're working through it. There's no guide to be a parent. There's no guide to raise kids. There's no best way to do it. There's no worst way to do it, because it always could get worse, by the way. It could always get worse. But there are intrinsic bad things to do, and there are intrinsic good things to do when raising a child. Not a single good thing truly happened when I was growing up. Irreparable trauma, disgusting, evil, vitriolic mindsets. It was messed up. My normal is not anyone else's normal, and I discovered that too late in life. The way I view everything is messed up because of my upbringing, and now I have to readjust because of that. That should not be imparted upon anybody. I hate that deeply. I had to learn how to do everything seemingly by myself. Who are your mentors? No one. I had no mentors. I had me. That's it. I had me against myself. And I dealt with that over and over and over again to a point where I hated dealing with it, where I wish I could take a break, but life doesn't let you take a break. You don't have to talk to your parents, but they created me. My parents created me. That means something. It means nothing in the real world if your parents created you. They share your blood. They share your genealogy. I want to understand myself better because they're part of me. No. You can choose your family. Your family could be your friends. You can have a new father. You can find a new dad. You know that? You can just find a random old guy on the street and make him your mentor. You can do that. You can really do. However, if you hold on to this mindset inside of your soul that, well, I have to be nice to my parents. They did. No, you don't. You do not. Unless they deserved it. Unless they gave you a good childhood and they helped you out and they didn't annihilate you and beat you and instill this generational fear inside of your soul that makes you question everything about you. If they didn't give you PTSD, sure, 100%. But they don't have to. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Now, what does that mean? Blood of the covenant, the blood of bonds, is thicker than the water of the womb. That's nothing. It doesn't matter if they came from you. Now, in Christian mythos, what that whole saying means is, hey, you should respect the church A little bit more than your family, realistically, because the church is the bonds you form in life. The covenant of God. That's what you should really, it's thicker. Now, blood is thicker than water is what people like to shorten it to, which is the opposite meaning of what that means. That's not true. Blood is not thicker than water in the real world. Now, I know what you're going to say. That's crazy. Blood is thicker than water. You're right. Blood is thicker than water. But you can swim much further in water than you can in blood. So if anybody wants to use the other saying, I'm just going to flip that one back on his head too. Now then, why am I bringing this up? Why am I saying this? Mostly because I kid you not, I just got off the phone. I just had a conversation with one of my friends. And he said, my dad wants to come back into my life. And I said, your dad? Your father? The man that birthed you? No, yeah, the man that got my mom pregnant. Yeah, why is he coming back? Man, I got a lot of success. That's the main reason why my parents and family talk to me now. I've got a little bit of YouTube success, got a little bit of TikTok success. They're starting to reach out to me because they feel like they can ride this wave. No one will get to ride this wave. Nobody. I will hire no editors. I will have no mods. I will have nothing. It will just be me doing this by myself. That is what it will be. And they will watch, as they should, from the downstairs bathroom, and they will hope that I have toilet paper and I will never give it to them, and they will be trying to wipe their ass and I won't even give them a passing glance, and I will let them wallow in their own filth. I hate it. I hate the fact of the matter that people think they can use me after I've gotten to where I wanted to be my entire life. I am finally at a state where I can say I can post something and get 20 views. That's all I've ever wanted. I post something, get 20 views. That's it. Nothing crazy. I never had big lofty goals. I don't have any big, great, gargantuan goals. I just wanted 20 people to enjoy what I post. And if I had 20 people, I'd be satisfied. I have at least 20 now. I'm satisfied. That's all I ever wanted. But now people are acknowledging me. My family reaching out to me out the woodworks. You know I'm your cousin, right? You know I'm your uncle. You know I'm your... I don't care. You don't have to have the family you're born with. You can choose a different family. It just means nothing. It means absolutely nothing to the real world if your father got your mother pregnant and your mother birthed you. Because they are definitely your mother and your father. But were they really parents? I said that backwards. They really were your parents, but did they mother you and did they father you? Did they raise you? Did they treat you like individuals? Did they treat you with the respect and humility of a person going through the small adolescence of trying to understand and realize life? Did they do that for you? Was that a grace they granted upon you? Or did you suffer? Was it suffering for you? Was it sad, horrible, disgusting, vitriolic nightmares every day, hoping that your parents would not argue, hoping that you could go through another day without going through the horrible machinations in your mind of wishing you could end it all, hoping they would get a divorce, and when they did get a divorce, your dad would always try to get back with your mom, and they would never truly leave each other, and he would use small manipulation tactics to get back inside. And your mother, who was somehow narcissistic, who somehow was upset with you because your father was in love with you. Have you ever had that happen? I know so many women who have that happen to them. Their mother, oh, you like a younger me. I used to be just like you. Your dad assaulted you because you look like me? Well, what were you wearing? You probably seduced him. I know so many mothers who are just evil like that. I know so many mothers who are evil like that, and their daughters continue to talk to them. So many. Fathers who do horrible, evil, vitriolic things. So many. I don't want that. You don't have to keep them in your life. You can cut them out forever. Focus on your mental health. Focus on you. You don't have to covet your parents. You don't have to cannibalize love with them. You don't have to do that. You can make your own family. And you don't have to deal with the one that was forced upon you. Because I'm sure you didn't ask to be here. And you didn't ask for them. But enjoy the gift of life for what it is and make your own way out here. Thank you.